Hello, and welcome to Around the Rosie. My name is Phoenix. And yeah, I have some cool stuff going on here, some cool opportunities to get pretty deep into some narrative for those that want it. And for those that don't, that's okay. So, how you got here, potentially, if you're watching this video, is you either found one of my posts on Instagram that led you here, talking about some maybe a weird letter that was found, or a doctor's report that was found, or some other weird bit of story that's a bit out of context but is sort of painting the picture of a world where something dark is amiss, and it does take place back in medieval Italy, but anyway, something's going on. And you probably got curious, went through, or I gave you a link for more information. Potentially you even got one of my bookmarks that I circulate with a QR code on the back saying your story starts here. Either way, there are a lot of ways to kind of enter this portal. So if you are here, I just wanted to say hi, show my face, create a nice space for everyone to have some fun and for everyone to know what's going on, to an extent. So what this is, what Ring Around the Rosie is, it is what I'm calling a modern ARG. And ARG stands for Alternate Reality Game. So it's a world that runs parallel to our world that has some influence in our world as well. So the two worlds kind of interplay a little bit. For example, with the bookmarks that you may have found in a bookstore or a library or something, yeah, use them as a book. They're great bookmarks in a book, but then also they're a portal into another world. Or there is another link to this world, which does factor in quite a bit, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Yeah, I just wanted to give a little bit of orientation of some of the tools that are used for this. So the main thing, if you're clicking this before having gone over to the sleep takes you, actually I'll just go to this page really quick. So this is the main landing page. So if you haven't clicked this, take a step closer, walk towards the story yet, I just want to give you a breakdown or just let you know what happens. So you will be redirected to a Notion page. Here's a link to what Notion is. It's just a third-party documentation tool that I use to manage the game, as well as it's the tool that's used to allow players to, or story wanderers, whatever, I don't know what people would be called yet, whatever you want to call yourself. It's the main tool people use to interface with the world I've made. So if you do click it, it takes you to this page on Notion. The URL does look a little wonky, which is why I wanted to show it, just in case anyone was suspicious. But it's just how the share settings work, how I share pages with people. So sleep takes you. You end up on this page with a quiz. You take this quiz by recording your answers somewhere where you can easily copy and paste them, because I'll need you to paste them into an email form. Yep. And then this just directs you back to my website, onto this page that sort of leads up to everything. I give a practical breakdown of everything that goes on in that, of what you can kind of expect going forward, what you're getting into. So a couple things to touch on really quick here are that how you interface with the story and how the narration is driven forward and exploration is continued, is that I did invent some mechanics that do pull influence from role-playing games. So if anyone has played Dungeons and Dragons or Call of Cthulhu or any sort of game that has a role-playing element, the interface works off of some of those concepts. It is a game and a system that I've created completely myself. It is completely original. It is created for the sake of this story. But just a heads up, yeah, there's some role-playing elements which, if you haven't encountered those before, they might come off as a little overwhelming at first. But there's some walkthrough information that I'll go through later. The other thing is that so the introduction to the world as well as your initial exploration, I do completely for free because I want people to understand what this is and get a feel for it before they decide if they want to invest into going further. As well as you get to have some fun. If you saw my Instagram post and you want to go deeper, you do get to go deeper. I want people to be able to have that experience and explore a little bit. They could easily just say, that was fun, but I'm done, and that's fine. If you do want to continue past the first 2 turns, so I do give two narrations, what I'm calling turns. If you do want to continue further, it is a monthly fee of $10 and that's just done through my Patreon. So another third-party thing that everyone knows. It's just easy. And once you're signed up, then you just continue. Same thing, same character, same everything. You just keep going. You could stop at any time. It's up to you. And turns, so I mentioned turns. So it's a monthly payment of $10, and basically you get another narration every month. So the game moves at a monthly pace. It's very slow. It's not made to be like right in the forefront of your mind. You kind of manage it and go about and explore in parallel to this world. It runs in the background. You allocate your resources, take your turn, and you let it go. And then in a month you receive another thing. It's kind of, I designed it also to be like on Patreon, as opposed to being a monthly newsletter or anything like that. I wanted something a bit beefier. So rather than a newsletter, you get to continue exploring this world, and it is through Patreon. I use the funds to support myself as a writer. I write children's books. I write short stories. I have a few projects in that realm that'll be coming out, and etc. This is just another thing I do on the side for fun. Anyway, if you see all that and you want to continue, then you open this portal, you fill out the email as I dictate on that page. This message area is where you paste your answers to the quiz, and then walk further, enter the story. It will send an email to me. I take the information you send me, and I have a whole point system, and it's actually pretty cool. On my side, that filters you into the story.